Okay. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. So my name is Mohammed Faisal. I'm one of the chief examiners of Nafi. Today we have Ab, uh, Muhammad Awab Rahman. I thought your name was Sayyid Muhammad Awab Rahman. Was it Sayyid?
Yes,
Sayyid.
yes,
Yes. So Muhammad Awab Rahman. Um, he did his diploma in RQF level 4 last time in DevOps, right? DevOps and Cloud Environment.
yes.
This time he's going for his diploma in artificial intelligence operations level 6 exam. The topic he has is very interesting. The topic is implementing a quantum safe cryptography layer for cross-border banking applications using open quantum safe and AWS KMS, right? So open quantum safe is an open source product and AWS KMS is the key management solution that they have. Um, There are specific 5 learning objectives: quantum safe cryptography concepts, secure API and key rotations, how do they work, compliance considerations, what do they have to take into consideration, like for international clients, industry applications, quantum cryptography is being used in financial institutions, central banks, fintechs, developing secure digital assets, platforms, so on and so forth. Open source and cloud native tools, Open Quantum Safe, AWS KMS, Cloud HSM, Postman, HashiCorp, Vault, Terraform. You have to use all of these available tools to devise and design a solution. Uh, the time on my side of the world is 10:50 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Eastern Daylight Time, I would say. We still are in the daylight. I think the time will change sometime in October, November, something, can't remember. So the presentation is going to be minimum 15 minutes, maximum up to 20-25 minutes, followed by the Q&A session that we will have. Do you have any questions before we proceed?
No.
Okay. Are you ready, Awab Rahman?
Yes.
Okay. You may share your screen, please.
Okay. Is it visible?
It's loading on my side.
Okay.
Okay. Bismillah. All right. Are you ready?
Yes. Should I start?
Just give me 1 minute.
Okay.
You may start now. Bismillah.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. My name is Muhammad Awab Rehman, and the topic of my presentation is implementing a quantum safe cryptography layer for cross-border banking applications using open quantum safe and AWS KMS. So let's first look at what is this topic is about actually. So this topic is basically about securing our future banking systems using quantum safe cryptography. So quantum safe cryptography basically right now, if you talk about the banking applications, they use the classical encryption methods like RSA or ECC. But in the future, research shows that when quantum computers arrive, they will become powerful enough to break these. So we have to come up with a backup idea so we can use the quantum safe cryptography because it prepares us for that as it's use the quantum resistant algorithms. So our main focus here is on cross-border banking applications, which are systems that send money or data between our banks in different countries. This data is very high value and sensitive data, and it must be kept secure. So to build this layer of security, we use several tools like Open Quantum Safe, LibOx, which is an open source tool, which is an open source library that lets developer adds quantum safe encryption or tools to our existing softwares. So another tool is AWS KMS. AWS KMS is used to securely manage and store our cryptographic keys in the cloud environment. Could be the both the encryption keys, like the classical encryption keys, and the modern PQC algorithm keys as well. Uh, this topic also includes the hybrid encryption, which is combining both the classical encryption methods with the quantum safe algorithm methods like Kyber or dilithium. So basically, it's like using a double lock. So one lock, which we are familiar with, like the classical encryption methods, and the other lock, which is the quantum safe lock, PQC algorithms, Kyber and dilithium. So basically, it ensures that even if one of the encryption method is broken, the other one still protects our data. So our main goal here is to ensure secure and future-proof financial data exchange across borders. Okay, so let's look at why is PQC important in the first place. As you know, quantum computers are not a science fiction anymore. They are, uh, as research shows, they are becoming more powerful. So in the future, they can easily break our classical encryption methods like RSA and ECC. So it's a threat to our banking transactions because if the attackers gain access to our data, they can spoof our identities or gain illegal access to our banking data and all that. So another major risk is that data stolen today can be decrypted later. And this strategy is known as harvest now and decrypt later. So the attacker basically what they do is they gain access to your data and in the future when the quantum computers become powerful enough, they can use the quantum computers to decrypt your data. So basically it means that future proofing API is essential. Moving on to the next slide, we have some of our key post-quantum algorithms. First, we have Kyber. Kyber is used for key exchange and for secure TLS handshakes. So basically, it is used to establish TLS handshakes. So what is a TLS handshake? TLS handshake is basically used to for establishing trust between two softwares before exchanging any data. Then we have dilithium. So dilithium is used for digital signatures and it is the best tool for API authentication. Basically, it is responsible for looking for whether the signature or the data is from the one who it claims to be or is it with tampered with. So both of these tools are lattice-based tools and are NIST finalist, which means they both are thoroughly reviewed and are set as industry standard. So these two tools can be integrated into our existing software using the Open Quantum Safe project, the LibBox. So basically, LibBox is a tool, as I said earlier, it's used to integrate these softwares, the quantum resistant software into our existing softwares. So like these tools. Okay, so let's look at API payload encryption with the hybrid PQC. So what is hybrid PQC encryption? So hybrid PQC encryption basically combines the classical encryption like RSA or ECD with the post-quantum algorithms like Kyber. So basically, it ensures protection against both current and future quantum threats. So basically, what hybrid encryption doing is it is using both the classical encryption methods with the post-quantum methods. So even if the attackers break one of our encryption methods, the other one still protects our data. Also, that we can okay, so let's look at how we can use it in APIs. So suppose we have a banking API and we want to use actions like transfer or verify. So these are used to send sensitive data or like account info, transaction details, account balance, such that. So first of all, a TLS handshake is established using the classical and the using the basically in our case it is the hybrid approach. So we're using both the classical encryption methods and the quantum safe algorithms both. So after that, the actual payload, which is in the JSON or XML format, is encrypted and transmitted securely. At the receiving end, it is decrypted using the same hybrid keys, which also makes it much secure because even the attackers gain access to our data, even if they steal it. they can still do not decrypt it because of the hybrid keys. So this is a architecture diagram showing the same procedure. So first we have our banking APIs, then it goes through the hybrid PQC layer, the libbox, where we add Kyber and Dilithium to our softwares. Then we use AWS KMS or Cloud HSM depending on our deployment. So we use basically these tools for key generation and key storage and management of our keys in our cloud environment. So we use Kyber as well for our key storage and automated rotation. And in the end, the data is encrypted and transferred. So here it is a crypto migration timeline. In the phase one, which is the assessment phase, what we do is we audit our current crypto and identify our risks. We basically audit everything and identify risk, and then we prioritize our risks. So basically, in the assessment phase, we are looking for any risks and or any vulnerabilities, and then prioritize them. So in the phase two, hybrid pilot, we launch a hybrid pilot, which is in our case the hybrid TLS. So we use both of the encryption methods, like the classical encryption methods with the post-quantum algorithms. So we use both of these. Uh, in the phase three, which is production phase, we fully use the hybrid deployment across our APIs. So in the last phase, which is full migration phase, we retire the RSA or the ECC. Like we basically, what we do is we retire our classical encryption methods, because as in the phase two, we started using both of these algorithms. So slowly onto the last phase, when we retire it and only use the NIST finalization tools like the Kyber or Dilithium. So basically, it's basically providing us with a transition path. It lets us easily migrate from classical encryption methods to the post-quantum algorithms in a much easier and secure way. Okay, so let's look at some of the tools we can use. So first of all, Open Quantum Safe, the libbox. So we can use libbox to integrate PQC algorithms like Kyber, which is used for key generation and key storage, and then the lithium for digital signatures. We can use these tools into our existing software using Open Quantum Safe. For our secure key management in the cloud environment, we can use AWS KMS. We can use Postman for our API encryption testing, and then we can use Terraform. So Terraform basically provisions our infrastructure as code. Okay, so let's look at some of the challenges we might face. So first of all, compatibility with legacy systems. So as you know, many of the banking applications still use the legacy systems. So as they do not yet support the PQC algorithms, so it might be an issue to use PQC algorithms with them or to secure them. So that's an issue as well. So next issue we face is performance overhead. So as Kyber is a high CPU utilization tool, so it leads to performance overhead. PQC algorithm stability, as even the NIST has set them as finalist, but these tools are still evolving. And when we talk about industry, we need flexibility. So these tools are as still evolving, so companies find it more difficult to shift to these PQC algorithm instead of the classical encryption methods. Complex key management in the hybrid phase, as we have to deal with a lot of keys in our hybrid phase, so it becomes much complex to manage these keys. Okay, so let's look at how can we address these challenges in our real life. The first challenge was legacy compatibility. So we can use the hybrid approach. We can use the classical encryption methods with the post-quantum algorithms, because uh, the legacy systems, they do not yet support the PQC algorithms. For their security, we use the classical encryption methods. So for the modern computers, which do support PQC algorithms, we use the newer algorithms. So we use both classical and PQC algorithms with them. So even if one of these is broken, the other one still protects our data. So basically, it ensures backward support. performance overhead, so we can leverage hardware acceleration and optimize our algorithm choice. We can use Kyber 768 as it is less CPU utilization tool, so we can easily overcome this issue as well. Key management complexity. So we can use centralized key lifecycle tools like AWS, KMS, or HashiCorp Vault. Uh, because in the hybrid phase, we deal with a lot of keys. So uh, the algorithm choice or the tool we use is very necessary. So if we use AWS KMS, we can easily overcome this issue as well. Algorithm instability. So we isolate our PQC modules and update them via CI/CD pipelines. Lack of testing, we run pilots in our dev and staging with Postman and unit testing. So uh, to conclude, I would say that quantum safe cryptography has become essential. It's not a choice anymore, as the quantum computers are becoming powerful enough to break our current encryption methods. So yeah, we have to build quantum safe encryption methods so we can deal with the quantum computers. Also, to shift from the classical encryption method to our newer algorithms, we can use the hybrid implementation. We can use the hybrid approach because it ensures a safe migration. It is providing us with a transition path. We can easily use both of these encryption methods and gradually retire the classical encryption methods and completely shift to our uh, post-quantum algorithms. We could use tools like Open Quantum Safe or AWS KMS, as these are very effective tools for our key lifecycle management and yeah, digital signatures. So all of this makes us ready for future of cross-border secure banking applications. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. Do you find the topic to be a bit dry?
Uh, I think, yeah, it was a bit difficult as well.
It is a difficult topic, but that's why you can stop the screen, but that's why it's also
Oh,
being highly paid as
sure.
well. Not all highly paid jobs are exciting, right?
Yeah.
So that's another thing. So you have to understand one of the facts that uh, the quantum reality is upon us. It's already happening within the
Yeah.
industry. So if you are a QB astronaut, right, which you are, mashallah,
Yes.
then there is a DevOps engineer job, but there's now a quantum DevOps engineer job
Okay.
because the
So,
classical computers are gone, right? So
is
there
there any
is
difference
CICD.
between them?
Sorry, go ahead.
I was saying, what's the difference between these two?
So rather than working on classical computers, you'll be working on high-speed computers, right? So that's another
Okay.
thing. So the whole dynamics of the application changes to a certain extent. There will be CI/CD pipeline, but there will be now quantum CI/CD pipeline. There will be cybersecurity, but now it's quantum cybersecurity, right?
Yeah.
Because now you need to protect your application and work at a quantum level. The processor, you will feel the difference, like for example, on which the application runs. The application taps in the CPU, where applicable, the GPU, if it's an AI-based application, the RAM, the storage, right? The CPU is
Yeah.
now all of a sudden is change, right? So the quantum computers have the capability to run everything within themselves,
Okay.
right? So that will change the dynamics and shift the whole ball game at a different level, right? That's why.
Yeah.
The presentation was good, mashallah. Good marks. Okay, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. So let me write it down. Okay. I keep two records. One is basically uh, manual, the other one is digital.
Okay.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. So, what is hybrid PQC encryption and why is it important for banking APIs?
Okay, so Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hybrid PQC encryption basically is using both of our encryption methods, like our classical encryption methods, which includes encryption methods like RSA, ECC, ECDH, and the post-quantum algorithms like Kyber and Lithium. So in the hybrid approach, we are using both of these together. And the other part of the question says, why is it necessary for our banking applications, right? So because banking applications, some of the systems are still, backward. They are legacy systems, so they do not yet support our uh, the PQC algorithms. So for their security, as they, have our sensitive data. So for their security as well, as banking sector is very crucial, so we have to secure it. So for their security, we use our classical encryption methods. So together, we use the hybrid approach to ensure security for our legacy systems as well and the modern systems as well. So basically, we use two encryption methods for the new ones. So even if one of these is broken, the other one still protects our data.
Okay. We created the whole quantum cryptography, quantum computing track, right? It's a track based on labs and exercises and whatnot, right? So
Yeah,
we have a new certification. It's part of the quantum specialization with AI ops that covers quantum DevOps engineer, right? So
yeah,
I'm seeing now more and more organizations are now asking for, quantum engineers because DevOps engineers, because the difference, as I said, is like you need to understand the quantum, how to do quantum search algorithms, optimization of the algorithms, machine learning algorithms, error correction techniques when
yeah.
you're using quantum applications, right? And there's a lot of things which are the DevOps tool chain, how to embed all of those things. I'm not going to go in depth into all of those labs because that's outside the scope. I'm not going to go there, but I'm just telling you
Okay.
many of these things are changing. Which two NIST algorithms have been finalized are used in that you have mentioned in your presentation?
Yeah.
And what is their
Okay.
role that they
So,
play in the industry
yeah.
right
Okay. So, the both of the tools which I used in my presentation, Kyber and Lithium. So Kyber is used for our key storage and key rotation. Basically, it is used for key generation and for our secure key management. And whereas the Lithium, it is used for our API authentication or digital signatures. Uh, it Both of these function differently. So Kyber is basically dealing with our keys, automated rotation and management of those keys in our cloud environment as well. Whereas the lithium is basically validating even are these from the valid source or not. Basically, it is authenticating.
So I asked this question previously as well, and I'm asking you from another student. You know,
Okay.
data stolen today can be decrypted later, you know.
Yes.
So from a cross-border banking perspective, is that a critical issue or no issue?
Yes, it is a critical issue because if we have our bank here in Asia, so we have the transaction going on in Europe or somewhere else. So if even so attacker tries to gain access to our data, so they encrypt us basically. So they attack and hack our data, and when the power, so the when the in the future the quantum computers arrive, so they can easily decrypt the data, and they can even steal our identities. They can, you know, get our money as well.
So
So it is
essentially, for
critical.
banking industry, if their data is compromised, even though it is
Yes.
encrypted, uh,
Yeah,
Anyone
it's still an
can
issue.
anyone can
Yeah,
decrypt, right?
yes,
Right? Anyone can decrypt that data, right?
yeah.
Hmm. Do you see this is already happening within the industry? Are you like, have you read some news, have you read something about it? Like more and more organizations are
Uh,
experiencing these kinds of things?
I haven't read, but I think it might be happening because uh, in a few years, quantum computers will arrive. So the attackers, they are basically, as now banking systems are not using the quantum resistant applications, the software. So the attackers are trying their best to gain the access to the data so they can easily decrypt that later. So that's what I think, but I haven't read about it anywhere.
Okay. So in your presentation, you highlighted tools for building and testing PQC secured API. What are those tools?
Okay, so the first tool I said, as I mentioned, Open Quantum Safe. So the libbox. So it is a open source tool which lets us to. Do I have to name them or do I have to explain them as well?
Just name the tools and a brief
Okay,
explanation.
so okay, yeah. So basically, I can use libbox to integrate quantum resistant softwares to my existing algorithm, my software actually. So the PQC algorithms, which are Kyber and Dilithium. Kyber is used for key generation, and Dilithium is used for IP authentication. And other tool which I can use is AWS KMS because most of the applications are using cloud nowadays. So for our key management and rotation in our cloud, we can use AWS. Basically, it secures it, and other tools I can use is Postman, basically to use for API authentication, I guess. And for Terraform, I can use Terraform as well to provision my infrastructure via code. So these are the tools which I might use.
Okay. Let me take down the note. So when we talk about quantum computers, right? What
Yeah.
do they differ from a classical computer, right? What is the main difference? The first main difference.
Okay. So they will not use RAM, I guess, and
They
they
do
will be
use
powerful.
RAM, but it's like a
Okay.
fragile quantum memory. I mean, it's a different thing. It's a different concept, right? So they use fragile quantum memory, right?
So
Uh,
it would
it's
be
not,
much
yeah.
faster and uh,
Okay, the first difference. Tell me the first difference. Quantum computers differ from classical computers by using what? What do they use?
okay. So quantum computers, they would be fast. So they might use some sort of chip.
No. So the quantum computers differ from classical computers because by using qubits, right? That's what I wanted to know. Qubits,
Okay.
right? What is a qubit? How does it work?
Uh,
Come on, brother. Like this is the questions get tougher after question number five. It gets tougher, right? So that's why I wanted to know. Okay, let me take a step back because this is your topic, and that's the so does quantum computers uses conventional CPU and GPU?
yes.
Yes. No, they do not use conventional. I'm saying conventional CPU and GPU. Conventional is the one that we are using right now.
Yeah.
They don't use it. Instead, they use quantum processing, QPU, right? As the quantum processing unit, as they call it, for specific quantum calculations, and they also utilize fragile quantum memory instead of traditional
Okay.
RAM. The traditional RAM that we use is different, right?
Okay.
Okay. This is very important, right? So how does AWS KMS support quantum safe cryptography in this architecture that you presented? How does it do it?
Okay, so AWS KMS basically secures our key management lifecycle. It is we use algorithms with it. So we use encryption algorithms with it, so we can encrypt our keys, and we basically wrap our keys with some sort of encryption, and then store it in the AWS cloud, so it is you know safe.
So you don't say when you're going for the interview some sort of encryption, wrap the keys. It's not some sort. AWS KMS
Okay.
uses Cloud HSM, hardware security module, right? That's what it uses. It enables
All right.
utilization of lifecycle key management, right? Key rotation and hybrid key storage, right? That's what it does. Um, okay, you have to give me better answers, better answers. What performance overheads are introduced by PQC and how can they be mitigated?
Okay, so performance overhead.
Yes.
All right, so as these tools, the PQC algorithms are uses utilize they basically utilize higher CPU resource usage, and so which leads to performance overhead. So to deal with this issue, we use uh, better algorithm choice. We can use the algorithm, the Kyber 768, because
PQC
it's less.
algorithms, especially lattice-based ones, they use a lot
Yes.
of CPU and memory usage, right? That's how you
Yes.
have to answer. The mitigation includes hardware acceleration, cloud HSM, algorithm optimization, offloading crypto features, operations to specialized hardware, the encryptors and the decryptors, right? Back in 2016, I did a project and I implemented quantum resistant encryption switches. So these switches were using quantum resistant encryption so that it makes things difficult for quantum computers to come in and try to break the encryption, right? This was back in
Yeah.
2006. We are standing now in 2025, almost 9 years ago, right?
Yeah.
Already companies are implementing these things and they pay very high bucks, in terms of like the salaries are very high if you know your stuff. So if you become a DevOps engineer with quantum specialization, that is a very highly paid job that you can do because there are lots of DevOps engineers. But have you heard about
Yeah.
DevOps quantum engineers? No, right? That's where the money is,
Yeah.
right? Okay, so explain how Postman can be used to validate API payload encryption in a hybrid PQC setup. How would you do that?
Uh, so in a hybrid PQC setup, we use Postman. Uh, Postman will look
How does
for,
it validate
basically it will
that API
monitor it
payload
will
encryption? How does it validate that
it
process?
would monitor it and look for any suspicious activity, and uh,
How
based on
can,
this
how
it
can it
would,
simulate that? How can it simulate that behavior?
so it would send a message or inform us about it.
So Postman can simulate API requests by transfer, verify commands. Then it uses
Okay.
PQC encrypted payloads. The developers, the DevOps engineers can validate handshake establishment, encrypted payload, exchange, and successful
Yeah.
decryption on the receiving end. That's how it does the Postman. That's what it does, right?
Okay.
Okay. So a central bank in the EU Okay, let's do this. A central bank in the US, wants
Okay.
to integrate quantum safe API, right? Because nowadays everything is through API, right? It's all API infrastructure,
Yeah.
right? Service oriented architecture. So they want to integrate quantum safe APIs into cross border payment systems in the US.
Okay.
That cross border system is able to contact Canada on the north of this border, the US, and it's able to contact on the west side, on the east side to the European Union. It's connecting, right? So on and so forth.
Yeah.
So, but requires compliance with both the Federal Reserve standards and the ISO 27001 standard. How would you design a hybrid PQC rollout plan that balances compliance, performance, and security?
Okay. So first of all, I would use the hybrid approach. I would use classical encryption methods and the PQC algorithms. And as these algorithms are industrial standards, so they comply with
Okay.
the
Take a step back.
rules.
Take a step back. Step
Uh,
The
okay,
first thing,
so
hold on. I'm going to help you out.
okay,
Okay. So I'm
sure.
asking you, this is the central bank in the, a central bank in the US wants to integrate quantum safe APIs in its cross-border platform payment system. The payment system, which is known as Swift. Everyone uses Swift. Swift is owned by US, kind of, right? They own it.
Okay,
China and Russia, and they are making their own system, Brazil, because every time something happens, the US uses its uh, different means to punish other states, right? That's why these countries are now creating their own, known as the BRICS. So, how would you design a hybrid PQC, post quantum cryptography rollout plan that balances compliance, performance, and security? Step one, what would you do in step one? Before you do anything, what would you do?
yeah, I would first assess the whole
Assess, yes.
situation.
Question is, you perform a gap analysis, right? So you
Yeah,
perform
so
gap
I will.
analysis against Federal Reserve and the compliance 27001 to find out the
Yeah,
gaps. Phase two, what would you do?
yes. In the phase two, I would ensure security. Basically, I would run the TLS handshakes
Yeah,
for my
yeah, I mean,
security.
not TLS handshake, but hybrid TLS pilot with compliance
Yeah,
level.
I have it.
TLS review.
Yeah,
Okay, phase three.
yeah. So in the phase three, I will fully use the hybrid deployment in my APIs. So in the last phase, in the phase four, I will fully migrate on the PQC algorithms. I would retire the classical encryption
So
methods.
in
So
phase
only
one,
focus.
you perform a gap
Yeah,
analysis. In phase two, you mentioned hybrid TLS,
yeah.
testing out the
It uses
handshake,
both
everything.
encryption
Phase
methods.
three, integrate the uh, different structures like AWS, KMS, EC, different other compliance
Yeah,
HSMs.
different tools.
Phase four, continuous monitoring, right?
Okay.
That's what would you do to ensure that,
Yeah, so basically I will monitor it, and if I feel there is any vulnerability or anything left, so I can uh, cover that as well.
okay, two questions left. Try to score more because that will improve your scores better, right? Okay.
Yeah,
As a security architect, right, at a
yeah.
fintech company, you're asked during an interview, this is an interview going on,
Okay,
how would you test the resilience of a PQC, right? Enable cross-border API against a quantum capable adversary. Like, for example, this is an American company asking you, China already has quantum
okay,
computers. How would you
okay.
test a resilience of PQC, post-quantum cryptography, enable cross-border API against a quantum capable adversary like China? What would you do?
Okay, so first of all, I would basically look at what I have. like my whole setup, I will assess it, is monitor it for look and for I will look for any vulnerabilities, and then I will use the NIST finalization tools, and also the industrial regulations. So is do they comply with them or not? So then I would run what do we say that
Okay, hold on.
sample.
Let me help you. Let me help you.
Okay.
So, as a security architect, if I'm a security architect and I'm asked during an interview, I'm going for a security architect interview, they're going to ask you, how would you test the resilience of a PQC, post-quantum cryptography, enabled cross-border API against a quantum capable adversary? My answer would be, I will simulate attacks with large-scale classical cracking tools. There are different cracking tools that I will use,
Yeah.
classical tools, because PQC is deployed where? On classical computers, right?
Yeah.
Then I will say run hybrid PQC versus classical only comparative benchmarks to see where are we performing, as per the benchmarks, where are we standing. Then use red teams, do some red teaming simulations with crypto
Yeah.
harvesting. Like I will harvest the data, see, and delayed encryption attempts. What happens? Can I, encrypt or not, decrypt the data or not, and then implement chaos testing to simulate partial PQC failure. You know what chaos testing is? You should have done that.
No.
See, this is why you don't become to know everything, and when even after becoming a QB astronaut, you have to do the labs. In the labs,
Yeah. I'm doing it right now,
yes,
actually,
inshallah.
nowadays.
When you do the labs, you will be able to pass any interview, inshallah, because, mashallah, you are a
Inshallah.
QB astronaut. How many people are there in the world? 1,600, 1,700, maybe, right?
Yeah.
Less than 2,000 out of 8 billion people, right? It's 0.00000000, I don't know how many, and then one or something, right? So very
Yeah.
few. You need to know how to answer the questions. This is what we are teaching you in the labs, right? Chaos testing is adding so much noise to see where the application fails, where the DevOps processes failed, right?
Okay.
I will give you half a marks on that because you were able to explain to me the answer, but it has to be done as per the interviewer, right?
Yeah.
Because this is very important.
Yes.
Okay. MashaAllah, brother Sayyid Awab Rahman, you are very smart, very capable. You can do a lot, but you need to work on a couple of things, inshallah, and you will be just fine. Okay.
Inshallah.
Uh, this is a very easy one, right? So, what risks are involved in isolating PQC modules during CI/CD deployment, and how can they be managed?
Okay. So when I will isolate my PQC modules, so uh,
What risk
the
can they?
risks,
During the
yeah.
CI/CD
So
pipeline, I took out the PQC modules. I isolated
yeah.
it. I removed it. What are the
Yeah.
risks?
So yeah. So there is high risks because I have isolated the PQC modules. So the leftover is, unprotected. So it can be easily attacked.
Yes.
So I would use CI/CD pipelines to basically see where the problem is. So where
No,
is
no. The
it?
risks are, let me give you an example. The risks are,
Yeah.
first risk, version mismatches. Okay,
Okay.
because you had the PQC, someone took it out.
Yeah.
What is the other risk?
Uh, Security.
Imagine this question. If you remove the PQC and
Yeah.
say in the CI/CD pipeline, we removed a couple of lines of code and then we try to deploy it. What happens? And someone deleted it
It
or isolated the
it
code.
would show an error.
It
It
will
would
be a
not
version
work.
mismatch. What else is there?
Yeah. Uh, it would not work.
It would not work. Integration failures. Okay. What else is there?
Yeah. Uh,
PQC is a logarithm, right? So there will be a logarithm instability. The whole process is messed up.
yeah.
What else is there
Okay.
for the
So
container? What happens to the container?
it would crash.
Yeah, managed through, I mean, the container will be isolated, it won't work properly, right? So that's how you have to
Yeah.
answer. When you get the question, right? Try to answer the question by understanding what I'm asking you, and imagine the scenario when you're doing that, okay? Okay, the exam is over,
Okay.
mashallah. That's good. Let me write it down. Score. Allah. 9 plus 7. So, okay. Okay, Bismillah. Uh, so how was your exam?
It was tough and easy at the same time.
Okay,
The
Bismillah.
topic is interesting actually, but
You will
it's
get
tough.
through it, don't worry. I mean, it takes time, but like as I told you, it's a different situation when you are passing something versus it's a different situation when you are going through something, right?
Yeah.
So it makes a big difference. Okay. So 8.5 divided by 24. Okay. Okay. So you scored 88% in your presentation, right? 22 out of 25. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, in your Q&A, you scored 10 plus 8.5. Hold on, hold on. And in your Q&A, you secured 18.5 out of 25, which is 74%. So your overall marks are coming to be 81%.
Okay.
Okay, mashallah. That's good. So here is my recommendation for you. Okay, inshallah. So let me give you my piece of advice, what you should do. Because last time when we met,
Yes.
you were doing this, you came, you did all of these things, right? But now, mashallah,
Yeah.
you are past that, right? So this is what I'm going to recommend you now. You have done all the things I asked you to do, but now you need to do some things like this. So when you log onto the portal, you will see Al Razak Labs, right? The
Yes.
labs are very important. You will see uh, these are the labs that we have released so far. Every month, we really keep on releasing the labs. There are security labs coming in this month as well, right? So you will see them.
Okay.
So there is Linux. So the total domains, if I have to show you the total domains, right? Let me show you the total domains because that will give you an idea of how many things you still have to do, right?
Yes.
So when you go for the interview, right, you will see there you will see the the labs for AI, DevOps, cloud computing, infrastructure as a code, Linux, and open source. It covers all the Linux qualifications. As you can see, if you open Linux, open source, like so many labs, right?
Yeah.
Labs and labs and labs, Ansible, API, OpenShift, data, all of these things, right? It covers all of those things. Then you will have cybersecurity, offensive and defensive labs are coming. You also have containerization and Dockers. I'm assuming, this is the QB astronaut labs, right? The 5 exams.
Yeah.
For the golden
Yes.
QB astronaut, you need to pass these exams, right?
Yes.
Right. So you have those as well. If I
Okay.
open the CCAD lab over here, CK, which was the toughest exam for you in the Kubernetes?
CKS and CKA, these two were the toughest
So
for me.
CKS. So CKA, we open that, right? So you will see a lab which is based on a couple of things, and I will show it to you.
Okay.
And those labs are covering specific job description things that you have to do, right?
Yes.
The exam, the labs are different. But over here, the labs are way different. The other thing that you will see is that as you are proceeding and as are you going forward, you will see a couple of things. You will find all of these labs: big data, quantum, blockchain, technical writing, documentation, data privacy, enterprise architecture, communication, teamwork, all of these things. And now, since you want to go to US or UK, wherever you want to go,
Yeah.
inshallah, right? You will from the 7 month onwards, you will get KYC based labs. Of course, as long as your membership is active, you will be able to get access to these labs, right? If it
Yeah.
expires, you can renew it until you complete the program. These are something new that we have added, right? This is not something that was there previously, right? This will
Yeah.
give you enough experience to understand all the key aspects, and this will give you enough uh, understanding to ensure that you are able to perform these labs in a fluid fashion, right? However, you must complete these labs because completing these labs will give you the benefit that you need to ensure that you're ready for the industry. So if I go back, hold on, this is install Hyperledger. Let me cancel it. Let me go back quickly and install operations, CKA, CKD. And CKA lab. So when you go for the interview, the interviewer might ask you, explain to me, application observability and health checks, right? How would
Yes.
you perform? How would you perform, for example, the cloud machine is already given to you, everything is given to you. How would you performed, health probes? If I ask you that question, you're a QB astronaut, you completed all of these things. If I ask you that question, how would you answer that?
I will use liveness probe and readiness probe with it.
You will use what, sorry?
Readiness probes and liveness probes.
Okay. What else? How would you do it?
Can you repeat the question?
So, okay, let me give you a separate question, right? Hold on.
Okay.
So, how would you secure an application configuration file in a Kubernetes environment?
I will use protocols with it.
You will use what, sorry?
Protocols.
So
HTTPS.
in the Kubernetes environment, there's a thing known as config maps, right?
Yes.
Config maps, they are
Yes.
where, like, for storing non-sensitive application configuration data. And then you have to create secrets for handling sensitive information, like API keys and all of those things, right? And passwords and all of those things.
Yes.
That's what you need to do. So I'm just giving you an example
Okay.
right now. Passing the exam is one different thing. But when you are sitting
Yeah.
in front of the interview, it's very different. So my suggestion to you is complete the labs. This is the lab I was talking to you about. This was just one lab, right? But there are so many
Yes.
labs. So if you go back to the course, right, skill domain, whatever, or to the course, you will see labs, labs, and labs and labs. These are the labs you have to do because the labs will give you the confidence you need to pass the interviews. So this is the golden QB astronaut. The golden QB astronaut is easy. Certified backstage, Caverno, OpenTelemetry, BSU, Argo. These are all the tools, right? Different tools. GitOps, Istio, Prometheus, Hyperledger Fabric. These are very easy. You've already done the difficult part, but you need to be ready for the interviews. In the interview, when you go, they will be asking you some very, very tough questions, right? Depending on,
Yes.
because if you go right now to US or UK as a QB certified, QB astronaut, like if I just type in QB astronaut salary in UK and USA, right? So you will see the salaries are pretty good. US based Kubernetes engineer earning around 139 to 204,000 annually, while European engineers, this and this, right?
Yes.
Salaries are very good. High end, average salary, starting specific roles. You can earn all of those things. Like Abrar, Muhammad Abrar.
Yes.
He's a QB astronaut. He's going for the golden QB astronaut. He's already working as a DevOps engineer and Marks and for a company, and his client is Marks and Spencer, right? Mashallah. He's
Okay.
he's applying for global talent visa. So if you go to UK through us, he's all through us, right? So you will soon see that he got the global. You know what the global talent visa is? मालूम है क्या है global talent visa?
Yes, you actually told about it.
Yes. If you
Uh,
get the global talent visa, then you will be able to, inshallah, apply for open work permit for 5 years. And after that, you can apply for your PR for residency in UK. And following after 1 year, you can get your citizenship. So UK and USA both are giving these programs. Japan is giving out citizenship. Sweden, Germany, France, all of these countries, all the developed nations, G20 countries are doing that, along with the European countries. You have the world at your fingertips. तुम्हारे पास पूरी दुनिया तुम्हारे सामने है. You can pick and choose any country you like. ठीक है? The only thing is you have to get the labs done. Now, when you did level 4, I asked you to do this, you did this, right? I'm asking you now
yes.
to complete the labs. And second
Inshallah.
question is, if you want to go out and study, choose a program that comes under the immigration category. AI is one of them, right? AI
Okay.
आता है, MSc करने जाना है, you can go to MSc, you can do MSc. Like, on average fees क्या है? I mean, if I have to show you on average fees, right? This is the University of Rhode Island, right? मैं दिखाता हूँ तुमको. This is the University of Rhode Island. ये क्वांटम कंप्यूटर्स में काम अपना करवा रहे हैं सब कुछ, ठीक है? क्वांटम फाउंडेशन है, मैथ्स मेथड्स है, फॉर क्वांटम कंप्यूटिंग है, मैथ फाउंडेशन है, MS डिग्री प्रोग्राम करवाना. यू कैन गेट एडमिशन इन दैट, राइट? देयर इज मैथ्स मेथड, क्वांटम फाउंडेशन, देन देयर आर सर्टेन कोर्सेज यू हैव टू डू, एक्सेट्रा, राइट? ये सब चीज़ें तुम कर सकते हो. एंड द फी इज वेरी रीजनेबल एज वेल. फी बहुत रीजनेबल है. इफ यू गो टू UK, यू कैन डू द सेम थिंग. सो MSc इन क्वांटम कंप्यूटिंग UK, राइट? इसकी फीस $21,000-25,000 है. यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ ऑक्सफोर्ड कराती है, सरे, यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ ग्लासगो, स्ट्रैथक्लाइड, चीपेस्ट प्रोग्राम. कौन सा चीपेस्ट प्रोग्राम है? जस्ट गो फॉर द चीपेस्ट वन. दिस इज वेरी कॉस्ट. यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ ससेक्स, क्वांटम टेक्नोलॉजी एंड एप्लीकेशंस, ठीक है, मैनेजमेंट, ठीक है ना? वेरी सिंपल. कितने का भाई प्रोग्राम? व्हाट आर दे चार्जिंग यू? लुक एट द फी. इंटरनेशनल फीस क्या है, कितनी है, कैसी है, राइट? Look at the fee. So look for the cheapest program where you can go, right? This is the fee right now that we see. 13,000 pounds, right? So US में अगर तुम जाते हो, you will get access to 3 years of work permit. UK में जाते
Yeah.
हो, you will get access to 2 years of work permit. Canada also has 2 years, right? So UK and Canada 2 years, USA 3 years, right?
Yeah.
As a QB astronaut and as inshallah soon to be golden QB astronaut, I'm sure you're already working on that
Yeah.
pathway. ठीक है ना? you will have a very easy ride in US and UK and Canada, wherever you want to go. जहाँ जाना चाहो तुम जा सकते हो. पढ़े लिखे आदमी को हमेशा हर कंट्री बुलाती है. वो जो illegal immigration clamp down is happening in UK and all the other countries in USA is because people exploit the programs. You're not one of them. You are the you're coming in the top echelons of the immigrants over there, which are participating and working and doing the best jobs, right? And paying the highest taxes. So my suggestion to you is, if you want to go for UK, you can target February session. Okay.
Okay.
You can go to Adfolio, which is our preferred,
Yes.
visa consultant. They can arrange student visa consultant. They can arrange the admission for you. Most probably, they now have a deal going on with London South Bank University. Applied AI, घुस जाओ. Applied AI is very good. If you want to do a program, do the programs which are coming in the top ones. The other thing is you should contact
Yes.
Abra and
Okay.
ask him. उससे पूछो कि यार वो इंटरव्यू मेरा कैसे हो सकता है. टीवी चैनल में मेरा इंटरव्यू ले ले. तो अगर टीवी चैनल ने तुम्हारा इंटरव्यू ले लिया, you can use that as evidence for global talent visa. Because in the
Okay.
whole world right now, you're the first one at the age of 16 who became QB astronaut. Is that correct?
Yes.
In the whole world right now, you're the first one who completed his level 4 and level 6 at the age of 16. You're still 16, right?
Yes.
So you are in the top right now. तुम टॉप पे बैठे हुए हो. ठीक है. ये अल रज़ाक करो 6 months. Within 6 months, if you complete all the 6 within 22 domains of Al Razak within 6 months, if you complete all of them, ठीक है, all
Yes.
of these domains, ये सारी, ठीक है ना, इसमें तुम्हें बहुत सारा काम मिलेगा. ये 7th month पे तुमको मिलेगा. ठीक है ना. सही है. तो 7th month when we started releasing it, right? So अभी I don't know कि तुम्हें कितनी कौन सी तुम्हें domains नजर आए. How many domains can you see?
I can see the golden cube knot as well.
QB astronaut and golden QB astronaut. Okay, so
Yeah.
you're up to date right now.
Yeah.
Right? So you're in the early ones, right? So
Yes.
जो भी आता है, he will only get one. You are the पीछे था, तो that's why you got first, second, third, right? And you will also get the
Yes.
fourth as well. So तुम्हारे पास time है. Go and do the labs. If you complete the labs day and night, do the labs, memorize the labs. Labs को memorize करो. That Albari has the capability to engage you for interviews as well. वो तुमसे interview के question से पूछेगा. So how do you configure secrets within the YAML file? You have to answer. If you give the wrong answer, वो तुम्हारा आंसर ठीक करके बताएगा. Right now you have to type the answer. Soon we are enabling, you can communicate. ठीक है ना. इंग्लिश में बात करोगे, इंग्लिश में जवाब देगा. This is very important. So the whole exam is shifting towards, we will discontinue taking the live exams because everything is now going towards MCQs, assignments, MCQs, labs, Al-Razak Part 1 labs, Al-Razak Part 2 labs, plus LinkedIn course, communication course, English exam. I'm sure कि तुम English exam की तैयारी कर रहे होगे. You might be going for that, right?
Yeah, for the IELTS.
For the IELTS, right? Considering
Yeah.
you've done your O level, you may not have to go for IELTS. I don't know because you have to ask at Folio, right?
Yeah.
I already did my English, but if you want to go, you can go for it. It's easy. It's very easy, right? Inshallah. So my
Okay.
recommendation to you is complete the labs and select a program, a program in US or UK. These are the two countries where you can land safely, inshallah, and be able to work. It's up to you. I'm not going to push you to choose quantum computing because I can see it was a very heavy burden on your chest when you were going for the interview. It's a complicated topic, but keep this in mind. Where there is complications, you're paid high for that, right? So
Yes.
the salary range is very high as compared to even a QB astronaut, right? Because there are not too many
Yes.
people. And the pathway to securing immigration in US becomes very high as well, right? So that's the difference, inshallah. May Allah give you more success, inshallah. Follow my advice. You did level 4, level 6. No more levels to do. You don't have to do anything else. Complete the labs. Once you get the job, once you are on the job, and apply for your master's program, once you are on the job, do not stop learning. Then what do you do after this? Pick up a field that you want to do from here. Because in AI ops, you're already getting AI, ML, semiconductor
Yes.
cybersecurity, and cloud and big data, right? But choose a field. Do you want to go into semiconductor chip design? Do you want to go into quantum, space technology, bioengineering, energy systems, high frequency finance, 5G, 6G communication, robotic automation? I don't know. Where do you want to go? Drones and autonomous systems? I don't know. Pick a field. मुझे इसमें काम करना है. I want to work there. And then continue doing those labs through Al Nafi Cloud. You don't have to do we are not offering diplomas in these, right? The diploma is
Yeah.
AIOS plus with specialization. Specialization is there. You just have to do specialization, but there is no need right now. The only thing you need to do now is complete the labs. Once you
Okay.
secure the job and apply for your master's program. Now this is up to you. कि तुम्हारे वाले साहब, where can your father sponsor you? Does he want to send you in UK or USA? Both countries are good. In USA, there are more opportunities. In
Okay.
UK, second number, because one country has 350 million population, the other country has 65, 70 million population. Obviously, more opportunities are there where there's more population, right?
Yes.
So you can go. You can select a MSc program AI and they can get you. They were able to get Hamza in 3 US universities, right? If I go online, hold on, let me check if I can show it to you. So this is the student which was able to secure admission in multiple universities. Portfolio. You can go to Chicago, Illinois, all these places, right? I'm just trying to
Yes.
see. मैं देख रहा हूँ उसको. So this is one of the programs. And then there was another one. क्योंकि इसने 3-4 जगह पे शेयर किया था. He was able to secure. Cleveland State University. If you want to go, तुम वहां पर भी जा सकते हो, right? So you can secure admissions in multiple countries. This is another one. जहां पर उसने किया था, secure किया था US के अंदर, ठीक है? The chances for
Yes.
you, but he ended up landing. He is now going to UK. अब वो UK जा रहा है. उसका
Yes.
वीजा भी लग गया. You were able to see, right? तुमने देखा था
Yes.
उसका वीजा लग गया, वो जा रहा है उधर. He is also intermediate pass. ठीक है ना?
Yeah.
And he did his AI ops plus he did his QB astronaut. ठीक है ना? तो वो उसने अपना कर लिया. बट अब वो करके नाउ इज गोइंग माशाल्लाह ओवर टू यूके. इसका एडमिशन जो था, ये तो हाफिज जुनेद का है अभी. ही इज वेयर आई वांट टू सी वेयर इज ही, बिकॉज इसने मुझे कांटेक्ट किया था. लेट मी सी. हमजा, यस. सो देयर इज हिज वीजा लेटर, राइट? दिस इज हिज वीजा लेटर. ये इसका लग गया है. ही इज गोइंग. दिस इज हिज वीजा लेटर.
Yeah.
Sayyid Muhammad Hamza, 13 February, date of birth, like whatever, right? So 6th September is ye start ho raha hai iska. He's now, I think he's already there. If I have to ask him, uh, let me see.
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Are you in UK right now? I think he's not even online right now. So he might very well be in UK. I don't know. Right? Chala ho sakta hai chala gaya ho. So you have all the options on the table. Choose the best option for yourself and for your long-term vision as well. कि तुम क्या करना चाहते हो. Okay? You're a smart boy,
Yes.
Sayyid Awab Rahman. Pay attention, get the labs done. You don't have to study
Inshallah.
it. Get the labs done. Continue doing Golden QB astronaut. That's no harm. Right? Continue doing that. But now you know passing the exam doesn't mean that you know everything and you can ace the interviews.
Yeah.
So the labs are very important. There are thousands and thousands of labs, right? Every day connect through the system through SSH. That will be faster rather than the VNC. It will load faster. You can run all the commands and understand why are you doing all of these things. Somewhere you're configuring clusters. Somewhere you are securing the files. Somewhere you're creating the solutions. There are more and more labs coming up. In AIOps alone, there are more than 4,000 to 6,000 labs, custom as per your requirement. तुम्हारे requirement के हिसाब से designed है. Smaller, bigger. Some labs can be done in 5 minutes. Some labs can be done in 10 minutes. Some labs can be done in 30 minutes. Some labs you'll be stuck for 1, 2,
Yeah.
3 hours, 4 hours. You will see the intensity keeps on increasing, decreasing, increasing, decreasing. ठीक है ना? एक थप्पड़ मारते हैं फिर प्यार करते हैं, फिर एक थप्पड़ मारते हैं फिर प्यार करते हैं. ठीक है? That's what it is. ठीक है ना? But this will prepare you better, inshallah. Okay? Jazakallah
Yes.
khair for your time. Say your salam to your parents. Do you have any questions for me?
No.
Congratulations in terms of passing the exam, inshallah. Now chart your course to land in UK or USA, inshallah. It's up to you where you
Inshallah.
contact at Folio. They will arrange all the things for you and let you know.
Okay.
If you go to US, the session is going to start in July. If you go to UK, the session is going to start in February. So for UK, you can start now. For the USA, you have to start by the end of this year.
Okay.
So you, where do you want to go, inshallah? But you'll be
Inshallah.
successful in both the places. In the US, more opportunities for you as compared to वो. Regardless के अभी क्या animosity नजर आ रही सब कुछ जो पढ़ा लिखा समझदार आदमी उसको कोई हाथ नहीं लगाता. No one touches that. ठीक है ना? The only beef he has is with those people who are there illegally or who are violating their terms and conditions for the visa and whatever the case is. When you live in a
Yes.
country, you have to comply with all the laws that they have. That's the Islamic ruling, right? Inshallah. So,
Yes.
Jazakallah khair. May Allah give you more and more success. Follow my advice as I've given it to you. In 3 months' time, you call
Inshallah.
back and say, Faisal Bhai, Alhamdulillah, I secured a job. I'm already working, did my labs. I will
Inshallah.
continue doing my labs. Once I secure my job, then I will do the specialization as well. And if you need time with me to discuss which specialization I should choose and pick up, I'm more than happy to assist you, inshallah. Okay?
Inshallah.
Jazakallah khair. سبحانك اللهم بحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.